So thank you for coming and allowing us into your house to have a chat.
Not a problem.
So I guess the first question is, what made you join the force and why so young?
There's a bit of a story behind that. What ended up happening was, in that time, 1978, I think I was beginning in 1978, teachers used to go on strike and they wanted more. So during that time, we actually, me and two other mates, well, I made up a carload, decided, we'll go up and see if we can join the police force, because one of them wanted to join. So we went up and applied, and as it turned out, I got virtually at the end of the day, they sort of turned around and said, well, you're in, and you're sort of going to start January in 1979. General duties is basically everything. You ring the police turn up. That's general duties. Domestics, car accidents, armed hold-ups, murders, you name it. Then I did school lecturing for 3 or 4 years. I did bicycle safety, bicycle education. You'd go to councils and you'd be sort of assisting them in their bike plans and things like that. Education was sort of teaching kids how to ride and just getting the message out there on bike safety, wearing helmets, making sure your bike's up to scratch. And then, of course, following on from education, you've got enforcement. Those that obviously don't do the right thing, you've got to sort of turn around and sort of bring them back in the line. In a sense, I suppose it was almost like highway patrol of the push bikes.
Yeah.
Get to ride a motorbike and chase push bikes all day. So it was good fun. Travelled all over the state with it as well. Did that for 3 years, or 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, fantastic.
And then back onto general duties. And then that was where I left the police force. So many and varied, I suppose.
Yeah. And you were part of the security detail for the 2000 Olympics.
Probably the best 3 weeks of my policing career. Looking at it from the police side of things, there was a lot of fun to be had. There was a job to be done, and as long as the job was done, we would just walk around and do everything. Meet celebrities and that sort of thing. So.
Now, you met Muhammad Ali.
I did, yes. Very, very, very humble man. He was suffering at that stage from his Parkinson's disease, and even like this was 2000, so we're talking a fair while ago. You would not believe he was just a nice guy. Obviously, there was Muhammad Ali in the ring, the showman, and there was Muhammad Ali in real life. But I think, I don't know how old he was then, still solid as, he was muscle, just a ball of muscle. Big man.
Now, of course, it wasn't always fun times.
I've been called many a name, and things have happened to me. My family's been threatened. I'll find out where you live. I'll come around and I'll kill them and all that stuff. That's all been said to me. I never brought that home. I never told my family half of the stuff that happened. Or even 3/4 of the stuff. It was always what happened at work stayed at work.
You did sustain an injury whilst on the force. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah. Not long after the Olympics, 2001, we got involved in a car pursuit around Albion Park, and as a result of that, they jumped out of the car and went hiding in bushes. When we caught up with them, they were foot pursuit, foot chase, and when they were under the bushes, I thought the ground was here, but in actual fact, the ground was there where they were lying. And I sort of dropped down onto my knees and jolted my back as a result, and sort of herniated 2 discs in my back. We sort of fixed it at that time, and then in 2005 I think I had a recurrence. At that stage we weren't 100% sure what it was, so they sent me off for an MRI because he sort of turned around and went, things aren't good. The boss at the time, well, he actually turned around and said that it was fairly serious, and he wasn't going to give me permission to go out on the street anymore. So the boss at the time of the police station turned around and said, well, unfortunately, I don't have a position for you if you're not 100% fit. That was the end of it. Yeah. That was the end. The age of, I think it was 27 years and 27 days or something, wow. something crazy like that, and that was the end of it. Having been in there for so long, and then all of a sudden the boss turns around and says, that's it. You know, where do you go? And not that it was a bit scary because it just didn't know what was on the other side, and had no real idea where we were going to go, what I was going to do. Because at the time I was only 46. After that, my wife turned around and she was working at a video shop, and she sort of said, well, how about we sort of looking at purchasing it. Totally different sort of life, really is. Because of the way the police force sort of left me, if you like, it was one of those things where even still, even now, I still have, I know that there are issues from the policing life that are just difficult to shift, but that's the way I've just got to cope with those, and there's nothing much I can do about it.
Yeah.
That's life. That's life.